Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P2421, refers to the EVAP canister vent shut valve being stuck open. This is a critical component in the vehicle's evaporative emissions control system, designed to capture and store fuel vapors from the fuel tank. When operating correctly, the valve prevents vapors from escaping into the atmosphere and helps regulate pressure within the fuel system. In the Honda Fit model year 2015 to 2020, a valve is located typically on the EVAP canister, which is situated near the fuel tank. If the valve is stuck open, it can lead to increased emissions and may trigger the check engine light. Therefore, understanding this DTC and its implications is essential for troubleshooting and ensuring proper vehicle operation. The engine evaporative emission control system plays a crucial role in managing fuel vapors from the fuel tank. Included in the EVAP system is the canister vent shut valve, responsible for allowing ambient air to enter the canister for vapor management. This valve must function correctly to maintain the correct pressure and prevent excessive vacuum or pressure, which can damage components. The valve is located near the EVAP canister, typically positioned close to the fuel tank to facilitate effective vapor capture. Ensuring this valve operates without obstruction is vital, as a stuck open valve can create conditions leading to fault codes like P2421. The valve's effectiveness impacts overall vehicle emissions and fuel efficiency. Identifying the possible causes of the P2421 code aids at effective troubleshooting. An incorrectly installed or damaged fuel cap can result in vacuums or pressures exceeding acceptable limits, leading to the valve becoming stuck. A damaged fuel fill cap seal can permit vapors to escape, which should normally be contained. Blockages in the EVAP canister vent hose can also restrict airflow, causing the valve to malfunction. A compromised fuel tank vapor recirculation tube may create improper vapors and pressure levels, contributing to this issue. Finally, a faulty purge valve could fail to control the vapor flow correctly, compounding issues within the EVAP system. When drivers encounter DTC P2421, several symptoms may present themselves. The most noticeable sign is illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard, which alerts the driver to a potential issue with the vehicle's emission system. Additionally, drivers might notice a fuel odor near the vehicle, indicating fuel vapors escaping due to a failure in the EVAP system. Another symptom could be difficulty filling the fuel tank, stemming from a malfunctioning venting system that does not allow air to escape properly during refueling. Moreover, increased emissions may be evident, which could lead to failing emissions tests. Understanding these symptoms is critical for timely repairs. The first step in troubleshooting the P2421 code is to inspect the fuel fill cap. Ensure the cap is the correct one for the vehicle. A proper fuel fill cap should indicate tighten to click, meaning it should click after being turned a quarter turn when secured. The integrity of the cap is vital, as a defective or loose cap can create conditions where the EVAP canister vent shut valve may be affected. If the cap is either not installed correctly or damaged, it must be replaced or properly tightened. This straightforward check can eliminate one of the primary causes of the error code. In the second troubleshooting step, the fuel fill cap seal and the mating surface of the fuel fill pipe must be examined. It is essential that the cap seal is neither missing nor damaged, as this seal prevents vapor loss. Inspect the mating surface for any cracks or damage that might prevent a secure seal. Additionally, ensure that the fuel fill cap tether cord is not caught under the cap, which could prevent it from sealing properly. Failure to address these issues may lead to further complications with the EVAP system and potentially trigger more fault codes. Confirming the integrity of these components is imperative for ensuring the system operates as intended. Next, the EVAP canister vent hose must be checked for blockages or restrictions that can inhibit airflow. This hose is crucial for the proper functioning of the EVAP system. Inspect along the entire length of the hose for any signs of wear or debris that could create an obstruction. If a blockage is found, it should be either removed or, if the hose is damaged, replaced. Ensuring the vent hose is clear is vital, since any obstruction can lead to the canister vent shut valve becoming stuck, causing the DTC P2421 to trigger. Therefore, maintaining the integrity of this hose is essential for proper vehicle emissions management. In the fourth step, a visual inspection of the fuel tank vapor recirculation tube is necessary. Begin by turning the vehicle to the off lock mode to ensure safety. Carefully inspect the tube for poor connections or physical damage. Any signs of wear may require replacement of the tube, as compromised connections can lead to incorrect vapor flow and ultimately trigger DTC P2421. Ensuring a solid connection and an intact tube is essential for the proper operation of the EVAP system. It is important to be thorough during this visual check to avoid overlooking potential sources of the problem. The fifth step involves checking the EVAP canister purge valve for leaks. Disconnect the vacuum hose from the valve, ensuring you handle components carefully to avoid damage. Connect a T-fitting and vacuum gauge to assist in applying a vacuum to the line. Gradually apply approximately 2 kilopascals of vacuum and monitor the system to see if it holds this vacuum for 1 minute. If vacuum is maintained, it indicates no leaks are present at the purge valve, and testing can proceed to the next step. Conversely, if the vacuum fails to hold, the EVAP canister purge valve must be replaced, as this indicates a failure in the valve, affecting the functioning of the EVAP system. In this troubleshooting step, the vehicle is powered on, allowing technicians to reset the system and clear the DTC code. Using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, clear the DTC and select the EVAP test in the inspection menu to conduct a function test. Performing this test will help verify the system's functionality following clearance. If the results indicate that everything is functioning as expected, it may mean an intermittent fault occurred, calling for a check of connections. Testing both the FTP sensor and the EVAP canister components can further help identify why the DTC was triggered in the first place. It's vital to follow up to ensure no underlying issues persist. The next phase requires isolating the potential failure areas in the EVAP system. Begin by disconnecting the vapor recirculation tube from the EVAP canister and plugging its port to ensure no air escapes. Reconnect the vacuum pump gauge to the vacuum hose and power the vehicle to the on mode. Select the EVAP test in the HDS and operate the EVAP CVS on in the single solenoid menu. By applying a controlled vacuum, careful monitoring of the FTP sensor readings can help determine if the system operates within spec. If the voltage increases by the specified amount during testing, it confirms the integrity of the system. If not, further analysis is required. In this eighth step, the EVAP canister vent shut valve's operational functionality is put to the test. Begin by disconnecting the EVAP canister vent hose from the valve port and plugging it. Similar to previous steps, apply vacuum to the connected hose and check the FTP sensor readings to ascertain whether the voltage indicates normal operation. If the voltage reading increases beyond the specified threshold, this signifies the valve is functioning correctly, allowing progress to the next troubleshooting step. However, if the voltage does not increase, it indicates a fault within the vent shut valve, necessitating replacement to resolve the P2421 issue effectively. In this step, the focus shifts to the EVAP canister purge line, needing a thorough inspection for any signs of malfunction. Check for damaged connections or issues with the EVAP canister itself that might affect system performance. Ensuring an intact condition is paramount, as any failure in the purge line can significantly impact the functioning of the EVAP system. If any damage or connection issues are discovered, those components must be replaced to maintain system integrity. By addressing these potential weaknesses, technicians can move closer to resolving DTC P2421 and reducing the risk of future fault codes. The final troubleshooting step involves a thorough visual inspection of the fuel fill pipe and vapor return pipe. Check for any damage that may prevent proper function, including poor connections that could lead to vapor leaks. If any damage is identified, repair or replace as needed to ensure proper sealing between components. After completing this inspection, double-check the fuel tank unit base gasket to confirm its integrity is intact. Addressing these critical components is essential to overall EVAP system performance. Completing this check could help prevent any chances of future codes returning. Once all necessary repairs and component replacements are made, conducting a final verification is paramount. Clear the DTC codes once again to reset the system. Following this, a test drive of the vehicle is essential to ensure that the repairs have resolved the issue. During the drive, attention should be paid to monitoring for any signs of the error code reappearing, particularly under various driving conditions. This stage is crucial as it confirms that all previously identified problems have been addressed effectively and that the emission system is functioning properly. A successful verification may enhance customer satisfaction and reflect positively on the service performed. To mitigate future occurrences of DTC P2421, implementing preventive maintenance strategies is highly beneficial. Regular inspections of the EVAP components can help identify potential issues before they escalate into major problems. This includes checking the fuel fill cap for proper installation and wear, ensuring seals are intact, and maintaining cleanliness in vent hoses. Additionally, using the correct type of fuel with suitable volatility can prevent undue stress on the EVAP system, as fresher fuels are more volatile. Engaging in these practices will not only help minimize the risk of DTC P2421 appearing, but also enhance the longevity and efficiency of the vehicle's emission control system. In conclusion, understanding DTC P2421 is essential for diagnosing issues related to the EVAP canister vent shut valve. Following a methodical approach through each troubleshooting step allows technicians to identify the root causes effectively. Awareness of the importance of components such as the fuel fill cap, seals, hoses, and valves can prevent future faults. Moreover, maintaining the integrity of these systems through regular inspections and correct fuel usage plays a critical role in vehicular emissions control. The systematic troubleshooting and adherence to preventive measures ultimately contribute to improved vehicle performance and compliance with emissions regulations. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.